Crazy Chiquita's back. Why? Because y'all are listening to some bad advice and we need to talk about it. This is something that I want to talk about because I find it to be really important who we listen to advice from in our lives if we're trying to pursue a beautiful, holy, virtuous life as women. I get so many messages from girls who are like, well, my friends said that my physical boundaries with my boyfriend were way too strict and I really needed to loosen them up. My friend said this, so I changed my mind on this, or I acted this way, or I stopped acting this way, or whatever. Basically, what it comes down to is a lot of women who message me saying that their friends who aren't living the kind of life that they want to live are giving them all this advice of, oh, you should really loosen up. You're too uptight, you're too strict, you need to have sex already, you need to kiss a guy already, you need to get drunk already, you need to do this, you need to do that, and blah, blah, blah. And so many of you, and I do not fault you for this because it's really hard because those voices are really loud, so many of you listen to the advice of these friends. This is very problematic, and this is the foundation of what I want to talk about in terms of who we choose to listen to in our lives. If we are trying to live as virtuous women who want to try and choose good for ourselves, and if you have faith, choose things that honor God in your life, we have to be very specific and very careful about who the heck we're listening to in our lives. It is really important to choose wisely who we're going to listen to if we want to stay on a path of true fulfillment and true joy. Am I going to go to a person who has F's in all of their classes and just really hates doing schoolwork and, doesn't care about it at all for tips on how I should stay motivated and how I can, get better grades and do better at school? Absolutely not. Because that person would say, why do you care so much? What is your problem? I mean, just relax. Grades don't matter that much. It's not that big of a deal. That's likely what that person would say, which wouldn't help me at all in my striving to be a better student, to get better grades. It's the same in our lifestyle that we choose as women. If I'm trying to choose virtue, if I'm trying to live chastity, if I'm trying to uphold great physical boundaries with my boyfriend, is it going to be helpful for me to listen to advice from my friends who don't care at all, who are living a life that I don't want to live, a life of going down a path that I don't want to be on, a life of drinking or sleeping around? Is it a wise idea to listen to the advice of friends who are not living the kind of life that I want to be living? No, and it never will be. It is so important to look at, okay, this person who's giving me advice, are they living the kind of life that I want to live? Are they pursuing virtue in the way that I want to? Are they pursuing, if you're a woman of faith, are they pursuing God in the way that I want to? Are they on a path that's leading them to true fulfillment and true joy? If the answer to those questions is yes, that's the kind of person you want to be listening to. That's the kind of person you want to be going to ask their advice, rather than going to my friends who aren't living a life of virtue, who aren't living lives of true joy and true fulfillment. Those friends will always have something to say. You're too strict. You gotta loosen up, you and your boyfriend. Why haven't you had sex yet? I really should consider asking Trader Joe's to sponsor my videos. Seriously, I drink so much of this stuff. Those voices can be really loud if those are the only voices that you're listening to. If you choose to look at women in your life, okay, this woman is living the kind of life that I know I want to live. She's on the path that I want to be on. Go to those women for advice, for wisdom, for counsel, not the people who are not living a life that you want to live, who are living a life that's completely opposite from the life that you are trying to choose for yourself. So when you are getting advice from people, or seeking advice from people, I want you in your life to step back and ask yourself that question. Whether that's a man or a woman, we get advice from all different places. Is this person living the kind of life that I strive for? Is this person on the kind of path that I want to be on? Does this person have the capability, and are they showing me that they can make the kind of choices that I want to be making in my life and live the kind of faith that I want to be living in my life and choose virtue in the way that I strive to choose it in my own life? Those are the kind of people that we need to be seeking direction from. End of story. So I just want you to stop listening to bad advice. I want you to choose carefully who you're opening your ears to. Capiche? Capiche. Is it hard? Yes. Is it good? Yes. Choose wisely. That's all for today. That's all Crazy Chiquita had to say today. Hey, subscribe to my channel if you want more videos, and I'll I'll talk to you soon. Love y'all. You're the best.